everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplustudes.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math on the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter fractions and mixed numbers, and the lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are convert between decimals and fractions or numbers, compare fractions, word problems, fractions and mixed numbers review. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the lesson. Here I'm on grade 6 math. The chapter we're working on is fractions and mixed numbers. The lesson we're going to start with is convert between decimals and fractions or mixed numbers. So let's just start with the lesson. The first one is write 9 over 10 as a decimal number, right? So that is 9, 10. 10 has only one zero, right? That means you convert this fraction to decimal, you have only one decimal place, right? When you divide by the 10 or the multiples of 10, you need to see how many number of zeros do you have. In 10 you have just one zero. That means the answer must have only one decimal point, that is 0. 0.9. Only one decimal value, that is 0. 0.9. Got it? The next one is write 1 by 4 as a decimal number. How do you write from fraction to decimal? You have 1 over 4. Then you need to convert from decimal to percentage, right? Percentage it is. From fraction to decimal, right? 1 over 4 is a fraction you are given. You need to write down the answer in the decimal, right? What you have to do, you have to denominator, make the denominator 100, right? 4 times 25 is 100, so just multiply the fraction by 25, right? So 25 times is 25 and 25 times 4 is 100. So when you divide 25 by 100, that is 0.25. The correct option is 0.25. Got it? Evangeline, for what? Let's just start with the test questions. Please write a complete question. Okay, write 0.5 as a fraction in simplest form. 0.5 in the fraction. You are converting from decimal to fraction. Got it? You have 0.5. How do you convert? First of all, you need to remove that decimal point, right? Whenever we need to remove that decimal point, we need put one in the denominator for decimal point. You have to count the number of digits right after decimal. You have only one digit, so that would be, you must need 10, so that would be 5 over 10. Got it? You need to write the answer in the simplest form. So you have to divide them by the greatest common factor, that would be 5. 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 2 is 10, that is 1 over 2. The greatest number, the fraction is 1 over 2, right? The correct option is 1 over 2. That's how you convert from decimal to fraction. Got it? The next one is write 8.4 as a in simplest form. Right, you have 8.4. First of all, remove the decimal point. You have 8.4, right? Remove the decimal point first. Put a 1 for decimal point, and after you have one place value, so you need to add 10, right? That would be 84 over 10. That's the first thing. That's how you remove the decimal point, right? You always have to put 1 for the decimal point, and then you have to count the number digits after the decimal point. You have only one digit, so you need to put a 0. So that is 84 over 10. Now you have to write it in the mixed form, so divide them by a common number, and the common number is 2. That is 8 times 2 times 4 is 8, 42, 2 times 5 is 10. You can divide 42 by 5 to write the answer in the mixed form. 5 times 8 is 40, and here you have 2. That would be 8 whole 2 over 5. The correct option is 8 whole 2 over 5. You didn't get which one? 8.5, right? You have to write down the answer in the mixed number form, right? First thing is you have to remove the decimal point. How do we remove decimal point? You need to put a 1. You need to put a 1 for the decimal point in the denominator, right? And then you need to count the digits right after the decimal point. Right after decimal point, you have only one digit. So you need to put only 10. That is 84 over 10. You guys are in grade 6. This isn't new for you. Let me just revise again. How do we remove decimal point? You have 8.4, right? You need to remove that decimal point, or you need to write the answer in fractional form. How do you write? Remove decimal point and put 1, right? That decimal point, you have only 1 in the decimal denominator. Now count the decimal place values right after the decimal point. You have only one digit, so that is 84 over 100. Got it? Sorry, 84 over 10. You need to put 1 for the decimal point. Then you have to count the digits right after the decimal. Here, after the decimal point, you have only one digit. That means you need to put 10. That is 84 over 10, right? You need to write the answer in the mixed fraction form. So we have a common number that can divide both. That is 2. Just divide them by 2. So 84 divided by 2 is 42, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. Numerator is still greater than denominator. You can write the answer in the mixed fractional form. That would be 5 times 8 is 40, and 42 minus 40 is 2. So that is 8 whole 2 over 5. The correct option is 8 whole 2 over 5. 8 whole 2 over 5 is the correct option. Option number 3 is the correct one. Because 2 is the common number that can divide both numerator and denominator. Do you have any other one? Common number means a number that can divide both numerator and denominator. Do you have another one other than 2? Think and then answer. The same number that can divide both numerator and denominator. Do you have any other than 2? Think and let me know if there is any. No, that's why I divided by 2, right? Got it? Okay, the next one is write 4 whole 4 over 3 as a decimal number. You need to write it as decimal, right? The chapter is chapter name is, hold on, Fractions and Mixed Numbers, Grade 6 Math. The chapter name is Fractions and Mixed Numbers. The lesson we are on right now is Convert between decimals and fractions or mixed numbers. Okay, you have to write down the answer as decimal, right? 4 whole 3 over 4. 4 whole 3 over 4. First, let's just convert this mixed number to proper fraction, right? How do we do? We need to multiply the whole number. This is the whole number times the denominator, that is 4. You need to do 4 times 4. You need to add 3 and the denominator is same, right? So that is 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 divided by 4, right? You need to write the answer in the fractional form, so just divide 19 by 4. You need to write down answer in decimal form. So you have to do 4 times 4 is 16, 19 minus 16 is 3. Put a decimal point over here and 0 over here. 4 times 7 is 28. 38 minus 28 is 2. 4 times 5 is 20. So the correct option is 4.75. No, we are not doing 4 lessons. The correct option is 4.75, right? Option number 1 is the correct option, 4.75 it is. 57. Why 5? You want to do 5 lessons today? Write 0.25 as a fraction in simplest form. That is 0.25, right? You have to write it in the simplest form. Let me know if you want to do 5. I will do 5 for you. You have to write 0.25 in the simplest form, right? First thing is remove the decimal point, right? You need to put 1. You need to write 1 for the decimal point. You have 2 decimal places. You need to add 20. That is 25 over 100. No, I will do 6 today for Evangeline. Just for you. You have to find a common number that can divide both 25 and 100. So which number is it? It's up to me how many lessons I want to do. Isn't it? You just have to listen to me. But we are not going to do 4 or 5. We're going to cover just 3 of them. Don't worry. Yes, 20. You need to divide both of the numerator and denominator by 25. That is the greatest number that can divide. So 25 divided by 25 is 1 and 100 divided by 25 is 4. The correct option is 1 over 4. You guys are not focusing on the lesson we are working. Just you guys are focused how many lessons we're going to cover today. Then you can say, how can you did this one? I didn't get. Can you please explain again? That's the reason why you get the questions, because you don't focus, isn't it? That is 1 over 4. Write 6.7 as a mixed number in simplest form. I don't have any problem in explaining again, but I have a problem with when you are not focusing. 6.7. You are here to learn, so please focus on the learning. And I know when the lessons are hard, I do 3 lessons only. Okay, 6.7. Just remove the decimal point first. You have a 1 for the decimal point and a 0 for the 1 digit right after decimal, right? That is 67 over 10. Now just divide and write the answer in the mixed numbers. 10 times 6 is 60. 67 minus 60 is 7. So that is 6 whole 7 over 10. The correct option is 6 whole 7 over 10. Got it? The correct option is 6 whole 7 over 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is the next one is compare fractions with problems. Let's just start with the lesson. So we have to compare the fractions, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. They are already solved. You can have a look on the one that are already solved. Okay, the first one is so far Ella has completed 1 by 2 of her research assignment. Veera has finished 1 by 6 of her research assignment. Who has finished a greater fraction of her research assignment? Right? You have to compare basically 1 by 2 and 1 by 6, right? 1 over 2 and 1 over 6, right? Who did 1 by 2? Bela, I think. Ella and Veera. Okay, if you just look at the fractions, 1 by 2 means half, right? So obviously Ella did more portion. 1 by 6 means if you have 6 question, you just did 1, right? Think logically. So obviously 1 by 6 is smaller. And if you have 2 questions, you did 1, you said still left with 1. So Ella did the most portion. Very good. The correct option is Ella. Recently, half of the items, like 1 by 2 of the items sold at Whitney's Sporting Goods, were baseball caps. At Megan's Sports, 1/4 of the items sold were baseball caps. Which store sold a great fraction of basket baseball caps? Which is the correct option? Who sold more? Which who sold more? Whitney's, right? Half 1 by 2, right? 1 by 2 means half of them were sold. So Whitney's Sporting Goods sold greater fraction of baseball caps. Got it? At Bally's farm, 1/10 of the animals are pig. At Anita's ranch, 9/10 of the animals are pigs. At which farm are a greater fraction of the animals pig? Which is the correct option? Yes, Anita's, because the total were 10, 9 of them are pig. So Anita's farm have more pigs, right? The next one is yesterday half of the flights at Adams Country Airport were delayed. At Monroe Country Airport, 9/10 of the flights were delayed. Which airport had a higher fraction of delayed flights? Which is the correct option? which is the correct option? Yes, option number 2 is the correct option, right? 9 out of 10 means the total flights were 9, the total flights were 10, and only one is on time. So 9/10 is a greater. So Monroe Country Airport have highest number of delayed flights, right? Okay, let me just move on to, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is fractions and mixed numbers review. What fraction does the number line show? There are four segments from 0 to 1, right? And the one that is number line shows is exactly half, right? You can see, if you can see this point, that is the point that divides the whole line into number line into two equal portions, right? So that means the point shows half, right? 1 over 2, or you can write 2 over 4 because the total segments are 4. That's the second one. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions, right? What fraction of the ducks are blue? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 3 out of 10 because the total ducks were are 3. Sorry, total ducks are 10 and 3 of them are blue. So that is 3 over 10. Option number 1 is the correct option. But fraction of the triangular prisms are purple, which is the correct option? Yes, that is 2 out of 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? That is 1 out of 4, right? Because the total segments are 4. The first one is the one that is highlighted. So that is 1 over 4. Got it? Very good. Okay, the next one is what fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 2 out of 5. The total segments are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 2 out of 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? Half it is right because you have just two segments and that is 1 over 2. The next one is what fraction of the tubs are orange? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 1 out of 3. The correct option is 1 out of 3. What fraction of the teapots are green? Which is the correct option? That is what fraction of the teapots are green? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 6 out of 10 or 3 over 5. Option number 1 is the correct option because the total teapots are 10 and 6 of them are green. What fraction of the teapots are red? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is, which is the correct option? That is 2 out of 10, right? Because only 2 of the teapots are red, the rest of them are green. That is 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 5. It is not 15. This is the mistake here. 1 over 5 it is not 15. 1 over 5, 1 over 5, not 15. What fraction of the spheres are blue? Which is the correct option? The correct option is 1 over 4, right? Because only one of them is blue. So the correct option is 1 over 4. What fraction of the hats are blue? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 3 out of 4. Because 3 of them are blue, so that is 3 out of 4. What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? The correct option is that is 1 over 3. What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 3 out of 4. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, that is 2 out of 3. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction of the bags are red? The correct option is yes, that is 3 out of 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? Yes, that is 5 out of 10 or 1 out of 2. The correct option is option number 1. What fraction does the number line show? Which is the correct option? That is 3 out of 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction of the stars are orange? Yes, that is 4 out of 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. What fraction does the number line show, which is the correct option? The correct option is 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 4, right? Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is 5 out of 10 or 1 out of 2. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, we are done with the lesson. We're working on grade 6 math. Chapter we're working on is fractions and mixed numbers. And the lessons we have covered today are convert between decimals and fractions or mixed numbers, compare fractions word problems, and fractions and mixed numbers review, right? So please make sure before the next session, you can complete all the practice questions